Today we're going to talk a little bit about life in Italy because both of us are from Italy, and compare it to the UK lifestyle and our experience on mental health and kids in general.
Life in Italy is easier. Like it's just like you can get free bus if you don't get caught from the ticket people, and you can get the free train if you don't get caught. And we don't have like barriers, so you just like jump in, go wherever you wanna go, and just live your best life. But in the UK, everything is about money and work and stress.
I remember growing up in Italy. Obviously, I stayed there for a very long time. I grew up, went to school. All my family was there, so it was like really nice for me. And at the same time, I didn't have so much to think about until I moved to the UK, because you start being independent, you start working, and things just change dramatically. Like my experience from Italy compared to UK is totally different. Like I was going to school, I just got my what is it called? Pocket money from my family for the whole week or the month.
You?
Yeah.
I've never had pocket money from my family.
And like growing up, I didn't work or do anything, but I was still living the life that I wanted to live. I would still buy nice things. I would still go out and eat, have a drink. Like we used to have this aperitivo thing.
Yeah,
you just need €5 and literally you would just be at the bar having fun.
And for this what comes to it from Italy to the UK, that is just stressful with the education because we don't have information, and even the UK people don't even know about us, but they still give us like EU student finance, everything, but they don't know how to treat us in a different way. They just like to say, oh, let's go back to college and get this, but actually my certificate is equivalent to a GCSE.
And even higher.
Yeah.
Because education in Italy first, oh my God, is the toughest thing ever. Like you have to get the top grades for you to even pass in the first place.
That's the only stress we went through.
Oh my God, that was one of the only stress that you go through in school. Plus, if you're black, that you have to like struggle with school in Italy because they expect students to be on top. And moving here, stress. Oh my God.
Did you move here by yourself?
I moved here with my family. So basically, it was all of us here.
So how did you feel stressed about it? Or?
Like the stress that I went through started like after I had my child. That was when I knew that it's time for me to put myself into motherhood and obviously be an adult. And I wasn't ready for that. Honestly, I wasn't ready for that. So it was stressful to me because you start to understand some certain things. Like you have to work hard to get to where you want to go. And money is not something that they give when you walk out your door. Like, so you have to work, and it's always work in this country. Like everyone that I know that moved to the UK go to uni and still have to work because you can't survive on student finance the whole year. It doesn't work. So you have to like find yourself a side hustle, and sometimes that could also be a barrier because you're trying to get your education, but at the same time you have to work, and like it's more stressful for you because you're trying to pass.
Especially when you're not from this country, because obviously you have to think about, oh my God, it's in English, the system is different.
Yeah.
We don't have coursework in Italy, we have just exams. And I am good more in exam than coursework because I was brought up in the country where you just do exams and only. So I struggle with coursework. So I think it's another barrier for people who come from another country.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know, I'm Ghanaian, you are Nigerian, isn't it? And how was life when you moved here? Like, was your parents like understanding of why you might struggle here and there?
So at the beginning, when I wanted to come here, I wanted to go to London to stay with my friends. You know, everybody wants to stay with their friends. But my mom was like, just go with your aunt, just move with your auntie because it's going to be easier. So I like an easy life. So I was like, you know what, it's better for me to just move with my auntie and then see how it goes. I moved with my auntie, but it didn't work out, you know, family stuff. So then I actually moved in by myself. It was stressful at the beginning, but then I have a little bit of family support, and I think it's God, to be honest, because if I have to compare my story to other people's story, I feel like my story was smooth. We went smooth. Like, I just feel God actually helped me. But in a kind of sense, it was stressful because obviously buy toothbrush, have to buy toilet roll, have to clean it, wash your clothes. Who did that?
That was adulthood.
That was like, my mom used to do that.
All that by yourself. And when you're not ready, it's like, okay, I might have to stay in here and leave like a chump.
Did you ever experience mental health in Italy?
Like, no. I was a little bit stressed out, but it wasn't nothing that I couldn't sort it out myself. Like, I didn't even know what mental health was until I actually came into this country.
Is it?
Yeah, I wasn't quite knowledgeable about mental health in first, like from the beginning. I didn't even know what was it about, how it can affect you. I just knew that you have sad moments, but it was nothing that you can't solve. Do you get it? But in the UK, yes, I have experienced mental health, and this was when I had my child. Like, after I had my child, that was when my mental health just went down, and I was a little bit on the low. I was really going through, it's called postpartum depression. And like, I'm African. My family don't even know about postpartum depression. Honestly, they don't know anything about it. But like, I had to discover it myself, and I had to talk to people for me to even know, oh, this is what is going on with me, and this is how I can change it. What about you?
Oh my God. Okay, the first time I ever experienced physically was my driving test. I remember so when I do my driving practice, I was fine, but on my driving test day, I start panicking. I can't breathe. I start holding the steering. I start be confused. Like, literally, like, I feel like I'm not even the one driving. I felt like I was not the one driving. In my head, I was like, I'm gonna fail, and then I'm failing. So I even had to go into pills to suppress my emotions, because it was too much to handle. And I heard about anxiety. Yes, I read about the symptoms and the sign and everything, but I've never experienced it in my body. Like, literally, like, it was, I felt like I was not even myself, because I'm there. I feel like I'm strong, but in that case, I feel like a spirit or something else took over me. That's how I feel. Like, something else took over me. I was like, I'm always 100 and then going back to 0, and then like, oh, what was going on? Is that me? And why am I scared?
And your mood just changed just like that. And yeah, I think I don't even know more about anxiety. I know what it is, but I've not talked to anyone about it. Like, honestly, before I came in here and start this video, I literally just got down from the train and I started shaking for no reason. For no apparent reason. I had to count from 1 to 10 before even me calming myself down.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know that I could be anxious. Does that even make sense?
Yeah.
Like, you get scared when you're about to do something, you get a little bit nervous, but have a complete anxiety attack.
But you don't breathe for like 10 seconds.
Like,
or you hold your breath.
It's unnormal for me. So yeah, my experience with depression, like, honestly, what I went through was, after my child, obviously, I went down, and I was down for a very long time, even though I would do things that will make me happy, but it won't last.
Yeah.
Once that thing is over, I still go back to my normal behavior, and I could be around people and nobody in the room will even notice that something is wrong with me, because this is how we are not even knowledgeable. Like, we don't know anything about this, okay? So, like, I had to check myself and go and speak to someone about it and get the support that I needed. And it was tough. Like, I'm telling you, nobody will wish death on anyone on this earth. Like, honestly, mental health is the reason why many youth are killing themselves, because they don't know how to go about it. They don't know what's going on with them.
It's about emotions, because when you think you know yourself, like, okay, I'm angry at this moment, I'm happy in this moment, and then you go at mental health, you're like, what's happening to me? This is not how I feel usually. When I'm happy, I'm happy. When I'm sad, I'm sad. But this is a different sadness. You feel it, but you can't explain it to anyone. You don't know how to explain it to someone. And then you start curing yourself with other stuff. Some people self-harm themselves. Some people, I don't know, use drugs, alcohol and drugs. Some people, I don't know, they get aggressive and everything. Also, another thing I would like to put out is when you, as something I've noticed, like, your childhood matters a lot. Because when you grow and you start thinking, oh my God, when you grow and you develop some knowledge about your life, and you start thinking about your childhood, and you start thinking about some stuff I'm missing. I don't know, like daddy issues, mommy issues, abuse, anything that then when you grow, you start feeling some certain type of way. It's because of your childhood. I don't know if I'm getting...
You're making sense. Because what you experience as a child matter, because once you get into depression, these are the things that you notice. First, you start thinking about, oh, this person did this to me when I was this age. Oh, my parent treated me this type of way when I was this age. And you start thinking that you're not worthy enough, like nobody loves you. You start feeling lonely. You start not wanting to go out and do anything. You just want to be in this black shadow and just stay there.
And you think you're alright, but you're actually not alright.
Yeah, and then we try to convince ourselves you're okay. Like, I'm good.
It's just something that happened when I was a kid.
It's just a cover-up. Yeah, it's just a cover-up for you to just move on from whatever is going on in your mind. Mental health in African community, how important do you think we should raise awareness to mental health?
A lot, because we Africans always think that it's spirit, gods, anything that we can see, but actually it's something that everybody experiences, and we have to make awareness about it, because even black people, even though we say black don't crack, sometimes we do crack. Okay? Sometimes we do crack. We are not like superheroes. It's okay not to be fine. It's okay to feel some type of way. That's where this system works. We should take... See, the UK system, no matter how the NHS has some issues, but it works. And we have the privilege that we are in a Western world. We're not in Africa where they might send you back home. They might tell you go to pastor. We are in the UK where you can speak to someone, and this person, it might have the same situation that you have, so it might relate with you. So it's good to open up and look for help.
Yeah, one of the things I think the reason why black people don't talk about mental health is because we feel ashamed. And we don't think black people should be allowed to be depressed. Like, we suppress these feelings, and it gets to some point where you can't suppress it no more. It's either you kill yourself.
Yeah, self-medicate yourself.
Or something really bad happens to you for you to go get the help that you need. Okay? I've noticed that most youth and African youth in general go through so much depression in this country, but nobody is paying attention to that. What do you think? Why is the reason why this is happening? Like, what do you think our community should do to help the young people out there?
First of all, I feel like in the UK, the black community, we are not together. We are not. It's like in Italy, we all know each other. We are all like family. Like literally, it's a family thing. It's something that you feel. Like in the UK, you feel like you're alone. Like this is how I feel in the UK. You just feel like you're alone. There's no one to talk to, and everybody likes to bring yourself like I'm fine. So obviously, you want to be like them. You don't want to look weak. You don't want to look less, because definitely they're gonna talk about you. You're gonna feel ashamed, like you just said. So